Hey guys, it's Sam here from Cake Crusaders blog. I thought I would do a quick video. This is a request from Tamika. Tamika, I'm not too sure if you do have a silhouette designer edition. So if you don't, I apologize if this doesn't make sense, but if you do, then I'm sure it will make sense. Otherwise, I can definitely do some more tutorials a little bit later on to explain it more. But the basic overview of how I make my custom digital name plaques is I use the software, the Silhouette Designer Edition. And yeah, so what we're going to do is I'll show you from the very beginning. What I do is once you've downloaded your Silhouette Designer Edition or just your normal Silhouette Cameo software, you don't need the Cameo cutter in order to download the software. You can download the software for free. Well, that's what the goal was about 2 years ago, so hopefully it's still the same. So let me know if it's not still the same. So you can do all of these printables yourself at home without actually buying the cutter. So what I normally do is on the left-hand side here, I click onto the text box and I scroll all the way down to what's called a rock. Well, there it is there, and I click back on to my main screen and I type in my child's name. There we go. As you can see that the child's name it's grouped together. Each letter so that's grouped together. I like to ungroup it only because when I enlarge it, it actually enlarges to the right size. So when it's grouped together, it actually makes it look like it's bigger than what it is. So as you can see here, that when you grouped it together, it is 1.1 centimeters. But when I ungroup it, it's actually 0.7. So the correct measurements are when you ungroup it. So that's the reason why I like to ungroup my letters before I enlarge it. So how I did that was you click onto your text, and on the bottom left here, it's called ungroup. You ungroup it. And there we go. So now each letter has been ungrouped. Let's just pop them back together. Now what I like to do is to highlight them all and enlarge it that way. So all you do is you left click and you drag it. Oopsie. Left click, drag up or down. Enlarge it by dragging the white box towards the bottom. And you can see on the left here and at the bottom it actually gives you the dimensions. So this is, I want to do it all the way to, all the way to 5 inches. There we go. Alright, and there you go. So let's zoom out and there it is, 5 inches. What I would then do is, because this is the Minnie Mouse theme, I would highlight it again, and I'm actually going to color them all in at once. So we're going to fill in each one of these letters in black. So all you do is you go to the paint box at the top, and then you click onto black. And then the outline, you can see the outline of each letter is red. We want to make that black also. So I then go to the line color and I click on black. There we go. Now what I normally do is I highlight them all again, I right click and I'm going to duplicate the letters. That way it makes it a little bit easier. Then I'm actually going to fill in these ones as a different digital paper. So bear with me while I'm doing this. So all I then do is go to your library. So you make sure it's highlighted. Go to the library and I go to my digital clip art, which is over here. I want to use this one here. So you would have to create your own folders, download all your clip arts into the software. So this is the one I want. Okay, and I'm going to double click onto that and it takes me to this page. For some reason, I don't know why it does that, but we don't want that, we want it there. And you see how that has now been highlighted. Okay, sorry about that. So once you have clicked onto your digital wallpaper, it will actually fill in whatever you have as highlighted. So this one here you can actually just close off because for some reason it opens up a whole new box. Now the border of your clip, the border or the line going around each one of your text is still black because that's what it was here. I like to change that, so I'm going to use the dropper to the same color as what the red is inside the wallpaper. Now, because I'm wanting to make it like this, where half of it's black and the other half is polka dot, I'm now going to take my cutting tool or my knife tool, which is at the bottom left hand side here, and click that. And what I'm going to do is hold my shift down key. So hold shift, it's on your keyboard, and you're going to click and drag to wherever you're wanting to cut it and then let go. By clicking the shift key, it actually keeps the cut line straight. Then to take the knife off your arrow, you then go here and it releases it, so you select. Now when you click onto this, it is now being cut. But what I like to do is to left click and just highlight the part that has been cut. That way when you drag it on top, it's still in line. And then I like to just line it up like so, and there we go. And then we can highlight this part and hit delete, and there it is. Now what you can do is to highlight each individual one like that, and you can group it, okay? Because if you don't group it, when you go to click on it, it pulls it away. So you need to group it. So what you do is you just highlight it as individual letter and group it, and group it. So now when you go onto it, it is one whole letter. Now to do the ears, all I did was to click onto the little circle and I made a round circle and right click. Now I'm going to color those in like I showed you before, and the line color is going to be the same. Now let's pop them closer together. Now I just want to see if that size is going to be okay. Can maybe make them slightly bigger. Yep, I'm happy with that. Okay, now I didn't have in my clip art section any bows that I liked, so all I did was found a bow on Google. So double click onto it and then you download it onto your software. So this is the bow that I'm going to use. Now this is a bit tricky, so bear with me. Now because this doesn't really match up, but I like the design of it, and I'm going to use the same digital wallpaper on this. So all I did was, you can't just highlight it, go here and click onto it, because when you go into it, notice how it's one big box. Okay, so what I do is, alright, we are going to go here, open your trace window, hit select trace area, and we're going to trace the whole bow. Okay, all I then do is I'm going to hit trace, and then when you remove that, it's actually trace that whole thing. Now what we're going to do is go to object and release compound path, because we don't want that part, we want that. That's all we want pretty much from this whole bow thing. So all of this we can now delete, and we can delete you. Now if we highlight that and we go back here and we double click onto our digital digital wallpaper again, and voila, there it is. That's exactly what I want. Now the color of the line I am wanting to change to the red, and there we go. So all I'm going to do now is to right click, cut, and I want to paste it on here, and there it is. And then you can just pop that over on top like so. Maybe move those closer in like that. Highlight that all together. Highlight that all together like so, and we group it so that when you move it, you can move it as one. Alright, and then let's go over here and pop it on top. There we go. Now right click and duplicate that, stick that on top, duplicate that, stick that on top, and duplicate and stick that on top. Now I want to move this to the side here. And there you go. There is my Minnie Mouse custom name. To print it out, all you would need to do is you can then group that also together. Move it over here. You can even do as many, however many. So this is set as an A4 piece of paper, which is, let me double check. So A4, which is 21 by 29 millimeters. Sorry, 210 millimeters by 297. I'm not too sure what that is in inches. Okay, but then I want to see if I can add more than one. I don't know if I can fit, just to save on paper. Now you don't have to do this, of course, but that's just me liking to save on paper. Okay, so now you can either now go and print this. So you go File, Print, and you print it to whichever printer you have. Or you can go File, Page Setup, make sure it's on the whatever settings, etc. And then you print it out, and then you go from there. Then you just cut it out, glue your little sticks on, and easy. So just watch my Paw Patrol YouTube video, and that will actually show you how I made these. Now, one thing I would definitely suggest is that you use about 200 GSM thickness of good quality thick cardstock. That way at least you know it's going to hold up. But if you don't have that, just make sure you use popsicle sticks or something at the back to make it stick or stand up quite straight. Another thing is, if you're wanting to do this double-sided, all I would suggest is the way you can do double-sided is by using a reverse image. You just click onto your image that you want to reverse, right-click, and you hit flip horizontal, and there we go. And then you can use that, stick that on there, and print it out. Easy, simple. And you can do any theme you want, pretty much, but this is obviously one theme in particular, which was Minnie Mouse that was requested. Alright, so I hope this made sense. If not, please let me know if you have any questions. Good luck. We'd love to see how it turns out. And yeah, I'll chat to you guys soon on the group. Take care. Bye.